She stood at the kitchen sink, rinsing wine glasses with slow, deliberate motions. "There's something I need to tell you," she said, not once looking over her shoulder. I was fastening the top button of my shirt, a black tie event for her daughter's wedding. "My daughter. She wants her biological father to walk her down the aisle," she finished. The room didn't fall silent, but something deeper happened. It felt like the moment itself stepped aside to see what I'd do. I didn't yell. I didn't break. I simply nodded. Then I walked out. That night, I bought a one-way ticket to Alaska. She came into my life when Lily was 5, a quiet child with curious eyes. In the beginning, she never called me Dad. I was just him. But I never missed a beat. I was there, for school plays, for sleepless nights, for bedtime stories. I gave her my name, my home, and every ounce of time I had. By the time she was 10, she proudly introduced me as her father. At 16, she wrapped her arms around me in the driveway and said, "Thank you for always believing in me." I covered everything: school fees, prom night, her first car, even her apartment near the college in Boston. I always knew we didn't share DNA. But my love, that came with no strings attached. Theirs apparently did. Just 2 weeks before the ceremony, the man who disappeared long ago resurfaced. Her biological father. He took her out for coffee, spun tales of regret and pride, and she listened. Maybe she believed him. Maybe she just wanted to. And that was what shattered me. It wasn't the invitation. It wasn't even that she picked him. It was the way she erased me. 17 years, gone in a breath. Like I'd never existed. Alaska is bitter cold, but it doesn't pass judgment. The mountains don't ask who raised who. I bought a small cabin. Let the phone ring until it stopped. Let the battery drain. Her mother called. She called. Even he tried once. No voicemails. Just missed calls. I never answered. I didn't have to. Silence carried more weight than words ever could. You discover a lot about people when you disappear. Friends sent me pictures and video clips. The wedding was extravagant. White roses, a string quartet. He walked her down the aisle like he'd earned the right. My chair sat empty. A hollow space they tried not to see. But hollows don't stay quiet forever. 2 months after the wedding, the money was gone. Turns out, grand ceremonies don't pay for themselves forever. Turns out, her biological father didn't just bring a name. He brought financial baggage. And what none of them realized was that I'd already taken steps. Weeks after she told me her decision, I pulled my name from everything: joint accounts, education funds, even backup signatures on the mortgage. Anything that had my fingerprints on it, I withdrew. She had once called all of it his daughter's future. So I returned it, straight back to me. My attorney delivered the update face to face. He handed Lily an envelope, thick with documentation. Inside were timelines, transaction records, photographs, and account statements. Every dollar spent over 17 years carefully tracked, every contribution accounted for. Along with it, a legal statement showing I had ended all financial ties 48 hours after she made her choice. At the very end of that file, she found a handwritten letter from me. Just one line. "Loyalty isn't inherited. It's earned. You were my daughter in every way that counted until the moment you chose biology over bond. I was never a backup. I was the only choice you ever truly had." That night, she tried to reach me 11 times. I watched the screen light up, call after call. I never picked up. Then her mother's name appeared. She left a voicemail. Her voice cracked barely 3 seconds in. I didn't know she'd say that. I never agreed to it. "Please, come back." I saved the message. But I never replied. 3 months passed. The house went on the market. By the 6-month mark, The marriage was over. The man who stood beside her at the altar vanished not long after, taking the car, the ring, and whatever pride she had left. Poetic justice, in a way. They say indifference is the cruelest revenge. They're wrong. The most brutal vengeance is truth, laid bare, written in ink, delivered with facts and silence, and then left untouched, ringing louder than any scream ever could. 1 year later, a letter arrived, her handwriting on the envelope. Inside, she admitted she had been wrong. Said she finally understood. Said she missed me. I never opened it. I didn't need to. By then, I had built something new, not out of bitterness, but out of necessity. I now run a quiet fishing lodge in the wild, helping men who've lost pieces of themselves find something whole again beneath snow-covered skies. Sometimes guests ask why I chose this life. I usually smile and say, to remember who I am. Because I raised a child like she was my own. And when she chose to wipe me from her story, I didn't retaliate with fury. I raised the bar for how I let others treat me. This is my closing thought. When they embraced distance, I offered permanence. When they picked shared DNA, I stopped bleeding. And when they dialed my number, I let the ringtone fade into silence. Not all silence is empty. Some silence is deserved.